Welcome, people! Here we have the elite, bald, special forces, internet sealed police officer chasing a very violent, armed, dangerous person. Well, it wasn't really a dangerous person. Earn the hate! Welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate! So this happens to be a woman calling who is scared of her boyfriend, who got a restraining order, I'm thinking, from the sound of this 911 tape. Maybe it'll clear it up because I just kind of bounced through it. Then she goes out with this same guy that she's scared of that needs a restraining order to protect her because she's a victim. And then it goes bad. Then she calls the cops, and then they shoot him.
Hi, I'm calling because I'm having a disturbance from my ex-boyfriend. He's trying to break into my apartment.
Okay, what's the address?
Okay, so for those that don't understand what a breaking in my apartment is, sometimes that's a burglary. If it's an ex-boyfriend or domestic or ex-girlfriend, they're breaking in normally to commit assault. And burglary is normally defined, every state is different. I know somebody's going to come from a state and go, that's not, he doesn't know what he's talking. There's lots of state laws that are different, all right? So burglary mostly is entering a building or structure with the intent to commit a theft or an assault or any other felony. That's kind of the gist of burglary. Burglary isn't just walking in, saying you're an asshole, yelling, and then leaving. That's not burglary, okay? Unless whatever you yelled is a felony, which who knows what they're doing now. So she's saying he's trying to break into my apartment. A lot of people think, oh, he's committing burglary. That's a felony. We can shoot him. It's not really a felony yet.
He's, yeah, if you can hear, he's banging on my window.
Yeah, I can hear him. What's his name?
Okay, I want you to listen to the tone. Remember, totality of circumstances. When this goes to court, was the victim showing extreme fear, distress, etc.? She didn't shoot him or use force, but normally that dictates how officer responds. You know, RP, reporting party, if they use RP, dispatch will put out, RP says she went out and had drinks with him earlier, and he's trying to break into her apartment. Doesn't sound violent, no weapons involved. That's normally how a dispatch like this would go out.
It's Ricardo Cervantes.
And is he black, white, or Asian?
He's Hispanic.
Cervantes. He's Irish. What the?
And I'm ready to put a restraining order on him.
Okay, what color shirt and pants is he wearing?
I want a restraining order.
And I'm ready to put. Okay, I thought she said I already put. Again, more facts. So she says I'm ready to put a restraining order, which means she's not.
On him.
All right, what did she say?
Like cargo pants, army pants.
Army pants. Somebody describe army pants for me. Dispatcher should have went, do you mean camouflage? Do you mean, what do you mean by army pants? With the fluffy pockets?
And is there a history of domestic violence between you, physical domestic violence between you two?
No, it's not physical.
Okay, so now there's no physical, so she doesn't sound scared, but she says she's trying to break in and she's ready to get a restraining order. Doesn't sound like this is a violent call. It can turn violent.
But
Is he trying to?
I recently just kicked him out because he's verbally abusive.
Oh, he's verbally abusive. Oh, I'll call cops with guns to come shoot him then.
I have children, and they're not here right now because we all went out to like.
Are they his children or someone else's children?
Drinks.
Uh-huh.
So he's had like a few drinks.
And what door is he trying to break? He's trying to break the front
He's
or
trying to break my window, my living room window, and I am embarrassed right now because I'm sure my neighbors.
So she's calling the police to come shoot and kill her boyfriend. Actually, they don't kill him, but because she's embarrassed of her neighbors, not because she's scared.
I'm talking to the cops right now. I'm not going to give you water, Rick.
So you guys were together before this incident?
Yes, we were together. Like we tried working things out like 3 weeks ago, but today was like my sister's boyfriend's birthday.
So here's where people get in all this peripheral. I don't give a shit whose birthday it is. Why are you drinking with him if you're that scared of him? If you're going to get a restraining order, you're going out drinking. Sounds like you both drinking. That means alcohol involved, and now you call the cops.
And his friend too. So I invited him. To the dinner. so he won't feel disrespected that, you know, I went out with all his friends, and that's my
Oh, yeah, he won't feel disrespected. Now I'll call the cops, come shoot him.
boyfriend. My name's this at C-E. Dude,
Okay.
you need to stop. Because you want water? I'm not going out.
Oh, okay. We'll send police out.
Okay, so this probably should be dispatched as a verbal dispute. No violence, no weapons. It should be a fairly low-key call. These cops come in blazing.
39, have the units that are code 6 on this call. Switch to satellite.
So it looks like this officer has his gun in his pocket, which again is going to tell me, is there really a threat? Looks like we have cops over here. Maybe they don't know what apartment. Maybe they're covering the back. The video just skips here. So they do see the guy walk through the window here.
Hey, yo!
So there's the guy, and the guy goes, hey, yo! Well, she gave him his name. Why wouldn't they call him by his name?
Yo! Let me see your hands!
So when this guy pulls his gun and says, let me see your hands, the other cop pulls his gun.
Walk back here, you in the white shirt!
Maybe he had it out. So why are we at gunpoint? Because a woman invited her boyfriend over who she's ready to get a restraining order, had drinks with him, and called the cops. So we get to the point that we have cops surrounding with guns out.
Hey, suspect's going out to the front!
Hey, he's going out to the front.
You know what?
Look how many cops are here for a simple argument between two people. No violence, no weapons.
Hey, come here.
Look at the shaved heads. Call that a clue. Somebody's going to get shot or beat up. So the first cop runs. He's such in a hurry, he runs by the open door. The second bald cop sees him, draws his gun and shoots. The third bald cop still has his gun in his holster. Like, holy shit, I better get my gun out. There's shots fired.
Let's see your hands.
He doesn't have a weapon, I promise.
So she yells, he doesn't have a weapon, I promise.
Get out. Get out. Step out. Step out. Step out.
He just got shot at. He still don't care. Maybe he is under influence. Drops his hands. This isn't a big, high-threat call here, other than the cop shot, and now it's been put out, shots fired.
Face that way.
Guy's compliant, puts his hand behind his back. Now I must admit, when you show up to a scene and you draw your gun and shoot at somebody, a lot of times they become pretty compliant, unless they just want to get a shootout. So maybe that's a new tactic cops should use.
I thought it was fucking 20-something at me.
Oh, that's what happened. I thought he was effing pointing something at me. Dude. Oh, so if I think you're going to do something, I'll just draw my gun and shoot. I thought he was going to possibly reach in a drawer, open it, pull out a loaded gun and shoot me, so I shot him. I thought he was going to go buy a gun tomorrow and then get a gun and then come shoot at me, so I shot him. Oh, justified. No problem, officer. Officer safety. Our cops are out of control.
What the fuck are you running for?
Because the cops are here and I don't want to go to jail? Really? We've never had that. As a cop, 30 years, I've never had a guy run from me. I wonder why they do that. I just don't get it.
To a fucking cop, because you put I see how you put that.
Another angle. The ball is strong with this department. That's a different angle of the shooting. Okay, so this cop says, I thought he pointed something at me. I'm sorry. I went through this pretty slow, and I don't even think he has time to even see the suspect do anything. But let's see. That's a pretty quick shot. What does he see in this time? Could he see the guy move? Sure. Is it dark? I'm leaning toward this was an accidental discharge. I know someone would be like, "There's no such thing as negligent." Well, whatever. When the blue line does it, it's always not their fault. He's almost aiming in the air when he fires. So I'm pretty sure the suspect didn't get hit. He almost shoots himself in the face with the recoil. I mean, he almost gets his face. But when he draws, fingers off the trigger here, goes to trigger here. So right here is where he has to see. So from here, off the slide, he sees the threat and says, I have to defend myself. Not very many frames. Finger on trigger and fire. Wow. Then he looks at his gun like, oh shit, that stupid gun just went off. That gun is violent. It's gun violence. My violent gun just shot at the dude. It wasn't me. It was gun violence. Yeah, that's it. Wow. I'm going to call bullshit shooting, but it'll be justified.
Get out. Get out. Step out. Step out.
Actually, the girl's pretty calm when she gets shot at. He doesn't have a weapon, I promise. She's pretty calm. She obviously hasn't been watching videos because she's damn lucky every other cop didn't come around a corner and empty a mag dump on all of them.
Step out.
Rick, the cops did really good. They could have killed everybody, and that's where we're at now in defending cops. Cops can't be held accountable to any standard, and no matter what they do, somebody's going to come and go, well, they could have killed everybody. They could have lit the building on fire and burned everybody or called in for an airstrike, Rick, and they didn't. So I don't know what you're upset about. I mean, yeah, he shot at him, but he didn't kill him. You just hate cops, Rick. Well, that's because you're an idiot.
Face that way.
Oh, he's running.
Hey, come here.
Hey, he's going to the front. I get to the front.
I didn't watch this. I don't know what happens here.
Let's see your hands. Get up.
What was that?
A lot of cops. A lot of cops.
He's running.
This must be the shooter. Oh no, it wasn't the shooter.
Let's see your hands.
Maybe that was the first one. Alright, I'm calling probably, he didn't mean to shoot, but it doesn't matter because if cops shoot and kill you, even by accident, it's justified. Officer safety. Back to blue till it happens to you. Alright, y'all have a good one. Where is this? LAPD. Shoot at suspect doing domestic violence. Let's see what else they say here. Hollywood Division. Hollywood. Wow, those guys are good. Patrol officers responded. Burglary suspect there now. He was not a burglary suspect. If that's how they put it out, they made it a felony. The officers arrived, were searching the victim's apartment when they observed damage to the window. The officers passed through the window, observed suspect, later identified 26-year-old. Victim in the apartment. Saw the police, he ran out the door. Shocking. Who could have predicted that? Ray Charles saw that shit coming. The officers went to the front of the apartment complex, observed, turned backwards. Officers chased him, approached the victim's front door. Officers observed the front door was ajar. As one of the officers illuminated the interior of the apartment with his flashlight, he observed Cervantes inside the living room. And an officer-involved shooting occurred. Man, notice how they just kind of glossed over that. He illuminated the apartment with his flashlight and observed Cervantes in the living room. And somehow, an officer-involved shooting occurred. That would have been the gun violence part where his gun just violently attacked this guy. It wasn't his fault. Well, in that there,